Hi, my name is Teacher Gail. I am also a mom of four kids and a fur mom to four dogs. Just like many families, my husband and I took our kids out at least once a week. On Fridays, we usually gather in the mall to welcome the weekend. I remember how my kids loved to play in time zone as my husband and I did the groceries. Then we took turns picking the restaurant for dinner. Usually, Japanese food wins. We are also the type of family who enjoyed watching movies on the big screen, especially if it was a Marvel, Avengers, or Disney type of film. For my kids, movie time isn't complete without mega fries from Potato Corner. And sometimes their classmates join them for movie dates. And this was such a joy to see. Now, things changed suddenly when the pandemic hit us in March of 2020. Not only did my kids miss movie and play dates, but they also missed out on so many things as well, like attending birthday parties, visiting Lola and Lola, long drives to the beach, playing in the park, and traveling abroad. Well, if this is the same for you, then you are not alone. When classes shifted to online learning, you can probably think about its good and not so good effects. Let's start with what's not so good. When many students like you aren't able to spend time with friends and teachers, that's a bit sad. Because sure, you can see them online, but now you're not able to joke around during recess or hang out in the field while waiting for your fetchers to arrive, right? You also had to pause from organized sports, music lessons, and clubs. And though you may find these online, well, it's not just the same. Many of us also experienced certain types of goodbyes over the pandemic. Some of us lost loved ones because they got sick, or maybe because they got old and it was time for them to say goodbye. Many of you, including your parents, were not able to make the proper goodbyes, and this may make you feel worried to see your parents this way, to see them sad over these losses and so many other losses, like losses related to their work. On the flip side, being at home during the pandemic has a lot of good things about it too. You get to sleep a little bit longer or sleep a little bit later watching Netflix with your parents. At any time, you can grab a bite to eat or pet your family dog or cat. You can also spend time playing with your friends online, exchanging funny videos and memes, and chatting nonstop. I bet you have a lot more on your list of things that make you happy even if it's during the pandemic. Now, the pandemic brings in a lot of emotions, and some emotions like being angry, being sad and lonely, being worried or nervous aren't exactly nice feelings to carry with you for a long time. But you know what? These feelings are natural feelings, so they cannot be avoided because it is natural for us human beings to feel upset when our brothers or sisters annoy us. It is natural to feel sad when our parents scold us for not cleaning up after our mess. It is natural to feel worried when friends stop talking to us for a while, or anxious if homework is piling up, or if we did not score well in an assessment. But while these are natural feelings, remember that they are not permanent. Think of the blue sky. It is always there, even if clouds pass by. Clouds come and go, but the bright blue sky is always present. So be mindful that it is always there when you feel angry, worried, anxious, or lonely. The secret is to be calm, and the blue skies will appear again. So let me share 3 ways to keep calm. I call these mindfulness techniques or rituals that will allow you to be tuned in at the present moment. so that you can gently clear the cobwebs that make your mind feel worried. Now, these three simple techniques will help you perform at your best. First is breath work. So, breathing deeply and exhaling gently relaxes our body. It relaxes our body. When you breathe in, you bring oxygen inside your body. And from science, we know that blood carries oxygen to the different parts of the body so that our organs can function well. So, here are some ways to focus our attention on our breathing. The first one is called square breathing or 4 by 4 breathing. So, think of a square and think of 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A square. So you inhale and pause. Exhale and pause. Inhale 4 counts. Pause for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. Pause for 4 counts. So inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and pause. Okay, so maybe you can try that and you can do that for maybe 10 times until you feel good. Now, if you find that hard, there's another way to do it. No? Sometimes it's hard to imagine a square. So let's just use the 5-finger breathing technique. So for this one, I need you to spread your fingers like a star. And using your pointer finger from the other hand, I want you to inhale when you slide up, pause when you reach the top, and exhale as you slide down. Okay, so let's start to slide up and inhale, pause, exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale. So that is called the 5-finger breathing technique. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, maybe you can try the alternate nostril breathing technique. Okay, so our nostrils, let's use our fingers. Okay, I hold the index finger and the tall finger towards me. And I use the thumb to cover one nostril as I breathe through the other nostril. Then cover it with my ring and pinky. Then inhale again through this nostril. And alternate. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now do this 10 times until you feel relaxed. So maybe you can do it for 20 times if you can. So those are the breathwork techniques that you can do. And here are 2 more mindfulness techniques that will help you to focus your attention at the present moment. Okay? So the next one that I'd like to teach you is called the color technique. You know, as you get older, you will notice that your mind will keep on wandering from one thought to the other. You know, in yoga, this is called the monkey mind. And sometimes our minds are like monkeys jumping from one branch to the other. Did you ever experience wanting to do something but getting distracted in between. So along the way, you realize that you weren't able to do the original plan that you had. Well, the color technique simply asks you to focus on objects around you according to their color. So let's try it. So take 3 deep breaths first before we begin. These are called transitional breaths. Inhale. So see my shoulders, and you can put them down to relax. Now, let's do the color technique. Can you find 3 things in your surroundings that have the color red? So I see a jar that's red. I see slippers that's red, and I see a flower that's red. Now let's try orange. Can you see things around you that are orange? I see a basketball that's orange. I see a basket that's orange. And I see a label that's orange. How about yellow? Okay, so look around you. Do you see anything that's yellow? Now don't forget to breathe in between. Oh, I see a leaf that's turning yellow, so maybe it lacks watering. I see a yellow candle, and I see a yellow shirt that's hanging outside. Okay, now you can do this. You can focus on one color at a time, or focus on the colors of the rainbow. So that would be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. If it's difficult for you to find something that's indigo, maybe you can try dark blue. If you don't find any, remember that it's okay. Being mindful also means being kind to yourself, okay? Now, the next and the last technique that I'd like to share with you is called the 5 senses technique. It's also similar to the color technique, but this time you will train your mind to look for the following. So, can you acknowledge or name 5 things that you can see around you? So, it can be anything. There's no right or wrong answer, and no one will judge you. Okay, so I see a ring light. I see cabinets around me. I see pillows. I see my plant, and I see a door. Now, 4 things. This time, acknowledge 4 things that you can touch. So name 4 things that you can touch. I can touch my thighs, my shirt, okay? I can touch the mouse, and I can touch the cushion under me, okay? So that's 4 things that you can feel. How about 3 things that you can hear? Can you acknowledge what you hear? 3 things. And try to find out which one has the softest or the faintest sound. Like, I can hear someone cutting grass. Okay? I can hear cars passing by. And I can also hear footsteps. And footsteps would be the faintest sound that I've heard. Okay? Now, how about 2 things that you can smell? Okay, I smell bread, and I can smell lavender because I placed lavender when I was exercising a while ago. So if you don't smell anything, it's fine. Now, can you acknowledge or name 1 thing that you can taste? And if you're not eating right now, so maybe you can just taste your lips. Does it taste sweet, salty? How about around your mouth? Okay. Does it taste minty? So maybe you brushed your teeth. Okay. So those are the mindfulness techniques that you can do when you feel overwhelmed with uncomfortable feelings. If you can't remember any of them now, go back to our deep inhales and gentle exhales, okay? The breathing techniques, okay? Remember the fingers, okay? The nostrils, okay? Or the square breathing, okay? And the more you practice these techniques, the more your body will remember to return to them when you feel stressed. Now, the question is, even if you are at home, can you help your parents feel less stressed? So every day should be like Valentine's Day, right? So you don't have to wait for a special occasion to tell someone that you love them. And there are many ways to do it, but I always like to do the five love languages, any of these five love languages. So first is words of affirmation, okay, or appreciation. Tell your mom you love her or thank your dad for helping you with a school project. Two is physical touch. Hug and kiss people inside your house. Okay, remember inside your house, not outside your house yet because there's still COVID around, right? Now, the best for me is when my kids massage my fingers at night. You know, when they pull my fingers, when they rub my palm, when they keep pressing, instantly my stress is gone. So why don't you try that? And these touches are instant ways to release hormones called oxytocin that makes us happy. Now, the third love language is gifts. And you don't have to buy gifts, okay? Because you're not supposed to go to the malls yet. It's still unsafe. But a thoughtful card or a drawing, okay, done by you, or a letter with your handwriting always brightens your parents' day because that only means that you remember them in a loving way. Now, the next is quality time. So being mindful also means putting time, a limit to the time that you spend on your gadgets. Okay? Dinner times are sacred times spent talking about the things that happened the whole day or sharing jokes. So try to be the one to suggest the rule, no phones on the dinner table. And use this time to ask your parents questions about the time when they were kids themselves. Because making your parents realize that they were once young will remind them about the joy of being a kid like you. And finally, acts of service. What small chores can you commit to yourself to do every day? Okay? Would it mean fixing your own bed or putting your used plates and glasses on the sink, or perhaps feeding your pets? These are intentional acts of love that bring joy and peace. So imagine what a wonderful world we would live in if all families were like this, no? Showing love every day mindfully. So good luck in your own mindfulness practice. You now have a full backpack of techniques to use so that when dark clouds come, okay, when they appear in your life, you have many ways to clear your mind so that the blue skies will be with you again. Once again, this is Teacher Gail. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And may you be well.